The iPhone 7 Plus released just about 8 years ago. I remember back in 2016, the iPhone 7 lineup was quite controversial as it removed the headphone jack. And I just so happened to use one of these still in 2024. This is the iPhone 7 Plus with 32GB of storage, but is it still useful in 2024? Well, let's find out. This average phone was $426 when it was originally bought in 2016. Now I'm seeing prices that ranges from $96 to $165 on eBay. First of all, how is it as a phone for phone calls? The answer is still yes and totally usable. No one complained on the other end, and I can hear people clearly. Same goes for normal iOS usage. Opening default apps, scrolling through notifications and settings is still okay. This generation of iPhones were thin, and to this day, it's the thinnest. There were several times where I had a mini panic attack that I had lost my iPhone when it's still in my pocket. Sending speeds of fiber, but when you start comparing it to other platforms, compatibility with apps are still good, as most of the apps that I use like YouTube, Signal, Discord, Maps, Bitwarden are compatible with iOS 15. Speaking of iOS 15, I still get security updates straight from Apple, although they aren't feature updates. But you still have to keep in mind that some apps will only allow you to use an older compatible version, and there are a few apps that won't allow you to install, saying that the app is for iOS 17 or later, which sometimes really annoys me. Out of the apps that are compatible with this phone, most are fast and responsive, and some will slow down as the phone starts overheating. This is just an average phone with a 2900 mAh battery. The battery life experience was horrible. I was charging constantly throughout the day, and the phone overheats like there's no tomorrow. And I had enough of this, and I decided to change the battery at an Apple authorized repair shop back in 2022. For a couple of months, the battery life was at 100%, and it doesn't overheat that much. However, in the middle of 2023, I started noticing that the battery health went down from 100 to 86%, and it started overheating and draining a lot. The average 32GB of storage is a bit of a problem, at least for me. It was filling up real quick, and I found myself deleting apps and photos constantly. But most of the things that you guys may stream or use are online or on the cloud, so this may not be a huge problem. Now on to performance. With a pretty poor battery health, it gets laggy and slow when playing games. At first, I didn't notice it, but after a few minutes of playing, the phone starts overheating, thus draining the battery and making the performance even slower and laggier. To me, cameras are the main things that make a solid smartphone. Compared to the iPhone 13, the iPhone 7 Plus's cameras aren't that great when shooting darker, low-light images, but still acceptable when shooting images that are nice and bright. Of course, shooting videos are better on the iPhone 13 as the latest versions of iOS has heavily processed both the images and videos. The iPhone 7 Plus also lags when taking selfies as it uses a 7-megapixel front camera. So, could I get by using one of these permanently? Well, no. The few apps that cannot be used anymore could be replaced by simply using the web browser version, but the overheating and constant battery drain issue is a huge problem. Even changing a genuine battery by an Apple authorized service shop can resolve it. And when it overheats, the phone feels heavier and laggier to use. And of course, the limited RAM and storage means that it's going to become less and less useful in the near future. Plus, the phone is starting to show its age, as a few weeks ago the volume up button was stuck, although the issue resolved by itself. That's all that I have got for this video. Please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. This video took a long time and a lot of effort, so a sub to this channel would be amazing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.